Hello, everyone. I am very happy to be with you today. I am Magdala Ramirez, and I come from the Maya Mexica tradition. We have a very powerful question from all of you. It has to do with do you have some examples of how the divine masculine can express love for the feminine and vice versa? So let's talk about what is this beautiful relation in the new world about male and female. What it is, all these relations. You see, the new world is about how do you relate with your environment, with each other. But the most important is how do you relate with yourself. There is those aspects within yourself, your male and your female, at the same time. That feminine, it is very much represented by your heart. That masculine is represented by your mind. For such a long time, the programming it has been like being disconnected from the heart, because the heart is the one that makes the revelations. The heart is the one that creates this freedom too. The heart, it is the one that actually makes you human. For such a long time, the mind has been so completely programmed and limited. Your mind, it is incredible. It's beautiful. It's just that in the system, in the programming, they only allowed you to use 5% of the whole capacity of your brain. So the one that it makes a bigger understanding of yourself, of the mind, to rewire your mind, it is your heart. That heart that it recognizes you truly as that beautiful human being. That is why in the ancient writings it is always said that it is the feminine, the one that enlightens the masculine. Means that beautiful feminine, that beautiful heart that you are. It is enlightening your mind. It is helping you to rewire your brain, to think about something different, to understand yourself in something different, to see a different perception of reality. And this is very powerful because it is your heart, the one that it is taking the decisions, and then making believe the mind that it is the mind taking the decisions, but it is always the heart, even if you know it or not. So it has been so much of that disconnection in that third dimensional reality between male and female, because people has been disconnected inside of themselves. So the feminine felt for such a long time that the mind was that controlling all the time, because that is how the system works, and that goes for male and female. And that disconnection, that not questioning, that part of it, of what is in that heart, not trusting, it has created so much distortion in the relationship between male and female. So I want you to understand this from within, because the changes, it cannot be done in the outside. It needs to come from the inside. And that goes for male and female too. So it has been in every tribe, every old traditions in the world, talking about that it is the feminine, the one that it is leading into the new world. And this is a powerful statement, because it is the heart, the one that leads you into the new world. Means that it is the time to turn around and ask that woman, that enlightened woman, that it is able to manifest herself, that it has the guts to bring a new manifestation in the world, a new creation, and observe her like a hawk. How does she feel? What does she think? What is it? You see, that feminine that for such a long, long time it has been in silence. Now it is talking. Deep inside of the human being, it is the great mother, the one that it is talking to the people, is talking to you. It is talking to you, my brother. It is talking to you, my sister. It is talking to the whole creation that it is the time to go back into the original vibration. In the original vibration, it is the new world. You see, this time of separation, it's gone. All that bad dream of people seeing themselves as separated from another human being. It was a bad, bad dream. Because through that understanding of who you are able to see everyone else as your own relative, like own family, like your other you. When it is the relationship between male and female, you do need to find out where your heart is and heal the wounds, heal those wounds of separation, heal all these distortions of the programming. It will be a time for the human being be able to see themselves in that nakedness of the soul without nothing to hide, with that beautiful empathy that it is natural for human being. The relationships between male and female is going to be that beautiful reflection of how you relate with yourself through that male and female, making the inside the same of the outside and the outside the same of the inside. Because when you as a woman and you can see your limited mind, you can see how you're afraid to bring forward your wisdom. That is exactly your male side, your way of living. So you're going to attract somebody that it is going to feel disconnected to their heart because of it. That is your vibration. But what about if you are able to bring this incredible wisdom forward? To, yes, protect yourself, but not to put yourself into this tiny, tiny little cage that you are not able to love because of the fear that you have for love. Yet opening your heart, creating a different story, opening your heart, and being able to connect with everything around you in these love manners when you know that you are love and willing to live in that truth as a woman, you immediately going to attract this very beautiful divine masculine that it is not afraid of a powerful woman because he has his own power for himself, means that he is able to understand himself as love. When men are not afraid of love, not afraid of a powerful woman, not afraid to face their truth, when they are not into that programming of separation, it really creates a very different story because you know that beautiful masculine, it represents the manifestation. You know, in the tribes in Mexico, in this beautiful gathering of the elders, there was this men elders that they were telling me, you need to give birth to new Men, you need to give birth to that divine masculine. We cannot do it. Just a few men. And I told them actually, hey, I'm doing my best. We are doing our best. It was such a powerful gathering. They gave me feathers from the condor and wanted me to create a penacho with them to honor the ways of the feminine. And I'm working on it in that penacho. But my point in this is, how do you give birth to that divine masculine? As a woman, when you understand that divine feminine in you, you also need to make the realization of understanding the divine masculine in you. And so it is for the men. In order to turn into this very beautiful divine masculine, you must embrace the divine feminine in you. It never has been separated. It is true that it is a world of duality, at least in this world. There are many other worlds that it has nothing to do with this one about it. Yet this duality in this dimension, it is when the two turns one and the same. And that starts with you. There has been, let's talk more about the masculine. Men are amazing, beautiful. You see, that divine masculine is very beautiful when it is that embracement, as I was telling you about the divine feminine. But what is that program of separation? For such a long, long time, men has been manipulated completely by the women. And they have no idea. They have been trained to never see what it is behind. They always can be so completely linear because of that programming. So it is very hard for the men to actually know a woman. So men starts by doing that. What is that feminine? You see, for the masculine, they need to see something in the outside to click in the inside. For the women, it is about that inside and the struggle that they have to bring it into the outside. That has been part of that programming. Yet it is the time. It is the time to love the understanding and understanding love. That understanding is the male side. That love, it is the feminine side, the essence. And that beautiful divine order, Father, Mother, God, that it is in you. That you are that. You born from this beautiful divinity. This is where you're coming from. This is who you are. Human being is divine. Okay, so going back into that masculine way. So for him, everything was clouded at very early age when it has to do about women. They were trained to use and abuse women because they thought that that was normal. Can you believe it? But that was the training that they saw in their houses, in their schools, in their community, thinking that he needed to be the head of the family. They thought that that was how it's supposed to be. And, well, it is the time of changes. The mind, it always needs to be connected with the heart, otherwise it's empty. What is the difference between knowledge and wisdom? Knowledge, it is a mind thing. Wisdom, it is knowledge plus heart, plus love. If there is no love in the knowledge, it is empty. Always needs to be the heart first. Always needs to be that encounter with the heart first. Because when the heart is leading the way, it is because they know, women, that heart, they know the way. You have this incredible power. As we have been speaking, you're not bounded by time. That means that your heart knows exactly what is next. And when she makes that revelation to the mind follows. So how does this new relation is gonna be? And it is actually happening already because we are into this new world. The relationship, it will be through that freedom that you are. The love, it is always unconditional and it is always eternal because that's why you're here. You are learning that you are love, and that accelerates the process of anyway. So when you see that beautiful divine masculine, you still, as a woman, you still hold who you are. You don't lose yourself. It is you the one that enlightens and love and see that beautiful love of a man as your other you. He is you. So you want to treat him as you are treating yourself. And so it is for the masculine when he is able to see this incredible, beautiful woman, that divine feminine. He knows that it is about protecting, but not enslaving. It's never about controlling. It is about the freedom, and look at her as a hawk. My brother, my divine masculine, you want to find a woman that rock and rolls your life, that challenged you, that woman that it is able to tell you, I don't think so, this is not going to happen. And when you treat her with honor and respect, immediately she tap into that part of herself that she knows how to do this and bringing a new enlightenment for you. She will take you to places that you have never been. She will take you into spheres and realms that it is truly amazing and powerful about that freedom. Love, it is absolute. It is not such a thing of, I love you today and tomorrow I don't know. And we're not together because we are uncomfortable or because of this or because of that. No, everything has to do with this love that you're learning in such a powerful, powerful ways. Men has a lot of that programming to break in order to be able to see what it is in the hidden. And what is in the hidden is that divine feminine inside of himself. And then he will attract that beautiful divine feminine in the outside. There is so much to do. There is this ancient ceremony that it has been in the table for me for a very, very long time. And it has to do about bringing the Papalotli dance. It's a ceremonial dance. And do it as a ceremony of how does this work, finally healing every single part of that distortion of separation and begin to comprehend this I am you. Seeing this man and seeing this reflection upon you. And you as a man, my brother, seeing this woman and seeing the reflection upon you. That heart. Because as a man, every woman has been your teacher of love. Every single woman. Doesn't matter if it is your mother or your sister or your lovers. They have been your teachers of love and they should be honored as that. Even the good ones or the bad ones. Anyway, it is the teachers of love because that was the reflection from your heart. So when you choose that divine feminine, it's because your heart is ready. And that divine feminine is emotional and it has that empathy. It cares. She cares for absolutely everything. She cares for you and she can see you in a complete manner. The woman aspect is so powerful that she knows exactly where you have been. She knows. She knows absolutely everything. And that is a good thing because that's a guide for you. What it has been stopping that ceremony that I was telling you about, maybe next year it will be finally people ready to go for it. For such a long time, it has been about those people is ready. Those people is ready for this ceremony and embracing that divine masculine and this divine feminine, this I am you, because it is happening in the inside, because you as a human being are able to understand that perfect balance and go into the next stage, heal yourself for in order to understand that beautiful creation. We're going to be talking more in the next episodes about that divine masculine and how it is the time to finally embrace that divine masculine and divine feminine within the self, you as a man and you as a woman. Please keep on sending your questions. I love you all so much. I am you. Oh yes, remember, we have a school online that we are actually working so hard right now in the application of all this knowledge, and it is the time to bring it forward and recognize that self and understand this new way to relate. Our school, it has been just so completely amazing because of this spiritual work. I want you to join us in this adventure of knowing yourself because the only one that you need to reach is you. And it is through that unity, that integration of who you are. And remember to download too Messages from the Great Mother. It's in your phone. No matter what kind of a phone, it is an app that you can find it in your phone. And it is very, very beautiful to observe those synchronicities in your life. A unique message from the Great Mother just for you. Thank you for your work. Tlatzokomate, Tlatzokomate, Tlatzokomate. I am you. I am Magdala.